everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a 16 to 20 week pregnancy update. So if you follow me on Instagram, or you would have seen our latest pregnancy announcement video, we are expecting baby number 2 in December and we are so excited. Time is flying in, I cannot believe it. I don't know if it's because of the current situation that we're in, but things are just crazy. This is my first pregnancy related video on my channel. I haven't done anything recently and I just wanted to kind of document it, because although this is our second child, I almost feel like a brand new mum again. And I know that sounds completely ridiculous, but our daughter Sophia is 5 now, she'll be 6 when the baby is born. So realistically it's been 6 years since we've done this, and although your natural motherly instincts kick in anyway, the preparation and like psychological side of it is as if you've never dealt with it before, which it just sounds insane, and I'm so aware of that, but it really does feel like we're first time parents again because it's been so long since we've had a newborn. But yeah, I just wanted to document this side of it because I didn't with Sophia, which I really regret, and obviously I just wanted to put this out there in case it helps others. So yeah, I just thought I would give you a breakdown of how things have been for myself between 16 and 20 weeks. So let's get into the video. I don't want to make this a long rambly video, so I'm just gonna kind of cover the basics as to what I've been feeling and if I had any different symptoms, and yeah, just give you any kind of advice or just let you know what's been going on basically. So 16 weeks, nothing really happened. The one thing I did have was my midwife appointment, which you're not meant to actually have face to face at the moment in Scotland. We are doing it over telephone, but unfortunately I couldn't get the Down syndrome screening done at my scan at 12 weeks, so therefore I had to go for blood tests, which they incorporate with like some more tests I think, just to find out what the percentage rate is. So when I phoned my midwife, because I had to phone to make my 16-week appointment, I had told her that I never got the Down syndrome screening, and she then arranged for me to go into the health centre to have my bloods taken, and then whilst I was there we'd just done the 16-week appointment anyway. So not much was covered, to be honest, it was just general stuff. And yeah, I had the blood test taken, they were sent away, I had my weight taken. We just went through some general questions as to how I've been and stuff like that, and then we made the next appointment, which is for 24 weeks, which I believe is face to face. So I would say between 16 and 18 weeks nothing really happened. I didn't have anything to really update anybody on. I have found it quite strange. I don't know if it's because I'm dealing with a different district as to what I dealt with before with Sophia, but we are now under a different county, and I don't know if it's that along with a pandemic, but I kind of feel like I've been left out a little bit, which sounds ridiculous, but it's been up to me to make the appointments or to phone my midwife and stuff like that. And like obviously I know things are so much different at the moment and I know how busy they are, so I'm not taking that away from them at all, and I believe that their schedules are just like upside down at the moment. But I feel as if I haven't had a lot of communication with my midwife, which I feel is different from my first pregnancy. I feel like I was in contact a lot more, and a lot of it was also left up to the midwife to do, so like making appointments and stuff like that, whereas I feel like it's been me that's had to do a lot of that. The only other thing that I had to do was I had to go into the hospital to have my eyes checked, because I had to go in for another eye test because I actually have a condition where the optic nerve at the back of my eyes is swollen, which can then bring on headaches, and obviously long-term effect can be blindness. So you can go on medication for that, but the best treatment that they found and I've found myself is weight loss. So they wanted to make sure that everything was still okay behind my eyes, and I will probably have more checkups throughout my pregnancy as well. It's just to make sure that obviously I'm hopefully gonna be able to deliver naturally, fingers crossed. But if that's not the case, then that's not the case. So that was the only thing I had to do. My results came back all clear, everything looks fine, so I think I've got another checkup in about 4 months. But yeah, apart from that, absolutely nothing. I am still off tea, and I have now started drinking decaf coffee, but I am aware that it still has caffeine in it, so they still try and tell you to drink it in moderation. So I have like 1 cup a day, but it is a hot drink that I'm able to take. I did start going through a phase where I could start drinking tea again, but it just quickly wore off, and it was just, ugh. It's horrible because I'm like, I used to be such a tea drinker, and now I cannot stand, I don't know what it is, I just can't stand it. I can't stand the taste of it. So I have now switched to decaf coffee. I'm only having 1 a day, but it's nice to have something nice and warm to drink. And like I said, I was like a tea coffee drinker anyway, so yeah, it's nice to kind of feel a little bit normal again. Yeah, I don't think there is anything else to report in on apart from just a little bit of tiredness again. I don't think that ever goes through pregnancy, I have to be honest. Sleeping was never really great for me. Probably when I found out, actually. Just such broken sleep at night, just so tired in the morning and stuff like that. So I am still often having to have a nana nap if I can. So yeah, that's about it. Week 19, ding dong, like week 19 on the dot, like at my weeks start on a Tuesday, and on the 19th week, on that Tuesday was the first time that I felt the baby move, which was just phenomenal. I was sitting at my chair at my desk doing some work, and I could kind of feel like this feeling, but it wasn't flutters or anything. It wasn't like butterflies or flutters or like a weird feeling. It was, I don't know, like you could tell that it was a kick or a movement of some sort. I ran from the office into this room, lay in the bed, and I was just like touching the bottom of my stomach, thinking like, was that a kick? Was it not? Was it a movement? Like maybe it just wasn't the baby at all. Maybe I was imagining it. And then as I was laying on the bed, I had my hand on the lower part of my stomach, and I felt it like on the outside of my skin, and I couldn't believe it because it was the first time I'd felt the baby moving, and I could feel it like outside my body as such, which I never ever had with Sophia. I think the first time I felt her, I was around 24 weeks, and nobody else could feel it. It was just like a little flutter, but this was like full on movement. I could not believe it. And yeah, since then it's just got stronger and stronger. It's definitely not at the strongest points, but I do feel him moving like at night and during the day and stuff. Derek felt the baby move last week, I think it was, for the first time. Unfortunately, every time Sophia has put her hand on my stomach, the baby just doesn't play ball, and he's just like, nah. So I think she thinks I'm maybe making it up, but she really wants to feel him. So hopefully as time goes on and it starts getting a bit stronger, she will be able to feel him. But yeah, it was insane. I couldn't believe it was like 19 weeks. I know they say that you feel the baby earlier on your second pregnancy, but I just couldn't believe like how strong it was and that I felt it. It was amazing. It was such a nice feeling. And just when you're lying every night, or it mostly happens when I'm sitting at my desk working, and yeah, every time I feel him, it's just that little bit of comfort, I think, and it's just like, oh, there he is, like I know he's fine. So yeah, that was phenomenal. But from 19 to 20 weeks, again, nothing much has changed. Unfortunately, my referral for my 20-week scan got lost in the post somewhere. I don't know what's happened. I did have a feeling this would happen because at my 16-week appointment, my midwife still hadn't sent away for the 20-week scan. So I was 19 weeks and 2 days. I realised that I still hadn't had my 20-week scan through, which obviously was for the following day, the following week. And so when I phoned her, she was quite surprised that I hadn't had a letter through. But I knew that the hospital were running behind, because when I was there for my 12-week scan, the midwife did tell me that they're only normally getting their letters out to people when they're around 18 weeks. So I didn't really think I had anything to worry about. But when I phoned the midwife, she would contact the hospital straight away and see what's happened. and then when she phoned me back she told me that the referral got lost somewhere along the line. So she then had to email the referral in to the hospital and they would get back to me with a date. So I will not be getting my scan until I am 21 weeks and 2 days. But I think that's okay. I'm not too sure. I don't really know that much about it, to be honest. But yeah, looking forward to seeing the baby again. And I think that's all I've got to update you on. Sickness, nausea, feeling really... I haven't really had sickness through this pregnancy at all, touch wood. It's just really bad nausea. And I would say that it does come and go. It's not there all the time, but sometimes it's there when I'm really hungry, or sometimes it's there when I've eaten. It's just the weirdest thing, but sometimes I can feel really, really, really sick, to the point that I do feel like I'm going to be physically sick, which isn't the greatest. But as long as the baby's fine and healthy, I will take that any day. So yeah, to be honest, I think I've been really, really lucky this time around, and we're just so incredibly lucky that I've been okay. It's just tiredness and stuff, but I can cope with that. But yeah, I think that is all I've got to update you on. I will probably do these, like, obviously every kind of 4 weeks, just let you know how I'm getting on if you're interested, or any advice that I've had or anything like that. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video and I will speak to you all later. Bye!